It's Amy, and today I'm doing another makeup collab with Holly. Her link is in the description below. Please go check her out and tell her Amy sent you. If you hear any noise, it's the dishwasher or the fan up there. Um, but today I'm just going to do a simple makeup routine. And so let's get started, shall we? I'm going to be talking during it, so it's going to be a longer video. So this is the Urban Decay pepper spray. Why does that taste like, or smell like beer? My hands are washed. Today I wanted to try something a little different. If I could find it. I don't have it out. I'm going to be using the Maybelline Fit Me foundation and matte and poreless, and it's in the color Classic Ivory instead of my infallible one that I always use. But first I'm going to get started on my eyes. I'm not going to do eyelashes because y'all know me and eyelashes don't mix. But I am going to use the e.l.f. lid primer. Which one of y'all sent me that? I'm just going to rub it in. Again, my hands are washed. Very clean, sanitary. And so I was talking to a couple girls on here, and they asked me about bullying. Well, how do I deal with bullying? For one thing, nobody should be bullied. I'm being bullied with the rumors and stuff going on. I said my piece. I don't know how many times I can say it over again. You know, I try to do right by y'all, but y'all are going to believe what y'all want. And I'm using this shadow palette. And there ain't nothing I can say to, you know, or do to say, hey, this is what's going on. I've tried that. Now y'all are just fighting with each other, and I in no way, shape, or form wanted anybody to get bullied from my channel. Kenny is just a friend. I do have a boyfriend, but I want him out of media. I don't want him to be in my YouTube world. So I keep him very hush hush. He does know I'm a YouTuber, and he's one himself. We just don't let other people know that we are together. And this is what I'm using on my bottom, or my, all over my lid. But in my opinion, I have been bullied. I still to this day get bullied. Like I said, I have bullied other people. A couple years ago, I was at Walmart, and this guy that I used to bully come up to me. He was like, "You're Amy, right?" And I was like, "Yeah. How are you doing?" And he was like, "I'm fine." And we started talking, and he said, "You know, you made my high school career a living hell." And it just broke my heart because I know what he went through, because I was the one, I was there with the other people, you know. I was bullying, and I felt so guilty, and I'm just like, hey, I'm sorry. I know what you are going through, and I know that there ain't nothing I can really do to prove to you how sorry I am. He goes, you know what? You saying you're sorry means more to me than, anything. I'm like, I should have never followed the crowd and made fun of you. And he was like, yeah, if I was in your position, I would have made fun of me too. You know, I was trying to be one of the cool kids. And that's pretty much all of it is. Kids nowadays, they try to follow the trend. He's ugly. Oh, yeah, he is. You know, so the heat won't turn on them. And you shouldn't be like that. You should be like, hey, that's not cool, yo. He's a person just like you. And I'm going to be using this color now. He's a person just like me, just like you, just like everybody in this room. We should not be making fun of him. If we were all the same person, the world would be freaking boring. If we were all preppy Barbie people with no emotions, no feelings, no nothing, we would be extremely boring people. And don't let the haters win. I do have my moments where some of the things do affect me. Like the other day on Skype. Or not Skype. What was it? Snapchat. I had a moment of weakness. We all do. Even the haters, they're probably getting hate from their families. Tell you the truth, 9 times out of 10, haters are getting flack from their moms and dads who bullied them. I grew up with a mom that, taught us not how to hate and taught us not to worry about this guy's black. We didn't see that. We said, oh, this guy is him, We didn't grow up with that instilled in our brains. We just grew up thinking, hey, this is a human being. I'm doing this one in my outer corner with that same brush I just picked up. And I'm just kind of darkening up the edges. And messing up my eye too. But we should have never America has a lot of hate already. With blacks hating on whites. They all say white people are racist, white people are racist. That's not necessarily the truth, because I know a lot of black people be like, why is this white bitch here? They don't see that as being a racist slur. And I'm no way, shape, I'm not hating on anybody. I'm trying to fix my eye. Hold on. This is concealer, because I'm trying to conceal that spot I just had made. I'm trying to, tell y'all, we're all humans. we all share, or no, we don't share, but we all have hearts. We all have souls. We all bleed the same way. You know, if you cut us, we will bleed. Some are just a little darker. Some are just a little whiter, you know. Some are Jews. Some are lesbians. Some are, you know, but we're still humans. And this is pretty much what this video is about. Not to let haters and just overall jerks get to you. If you're a guy and you like wearing makeup, wear makeup. If you're me and I like Twinkies, I'm gonna eat a fucking Twinkie. You know, but right now I am on a diet, but still. And this is what this collab is all about. Hate. Hate and just everything. I get a lot of hate comments daily. If I were to turn on my list, I would get probably 10 good comments to 100 bad comments about my weight, about what I'm doing in the video wrong. Or why does it have to be wrong? Why do you have to do one thing wrong? Like, who said that you're doing your stuff right? Who said, you know, I'm not a beauty guru. I said that over and over again. I'm not famous. I'm a regular human being just like you. I tell people Snapchatting on me on a daily basis, how do you deal with your fandom? I have fans. You know, we love you here. I'm like, I'm just a normal person like you are, you know. I have my good days. I have my bad days. I'm doing eyeliner. But that's the eyeliner I'm doing. But why do you go out of your way to make somebody feel like shit? I know a lot of things are going about me on the internet right now. And I know I can't change anything that y'all say. I know what I'm doing. I've got paperwork to prove what I'm doing. But why would I show you? You're not an officer. If an officer knocks on that door, I'll be like, have you turned in your YouTube earnings? I'll be like, yeah. You know. Why would I share my personal information with y'all? Yes, I have got arrested before for stealing an $8 book from Walmart. I was in jail for 2 hours. I didn't make it in General Pop. Do not steal, y'all. I know I make jokes and everything about shoplifting. Like we were talking about it earlier with my family. I know I make jokes. But that was the scariest situation of my life. I ain't gonna lie. That was so scary. It's so just just overall creepy, and getting my mugshot. And I have never once not talked about being in jail. That was in 2010. Dude, it's 2016. I learned from my mistakes. I've moved on. Why can't you let my past be in my past? If you go through my older videos, I think one of them was like, have you ever been arrested? And I was like, yes. Or I think in the most likely to with me and Tammy, they're like, who's most likely to be arrested? And I was like, me. But I have not stole a thing since. I lost a lot of my friends because of it. I lost a lot of respect for my mother and my other friends, and I just lost respect for myself. When that happened, I had lost my job. I had lost my boyfriend. I had no respect for myself. My grandpa had just died. So, I'm not telling you to go out there. I'm telling you not to do it. Learn from my mistake. I fucked up one time. And I got arrested for it. And I did everything that they said to do. You know, I wasn't allowed back at Walmart for 2 years after that. So I'm not hiding it from you. I just moved past that point. You know, I thought that it was over with. It was done with. I've done the necessary stuff to move past that point in my life. And then, boom, is back in my face. Yes, I've been arrested for 2 hours. That $8 book ended up costing me $500. And my dignity and my reputation and everything else. Woo. I come out like butter. I just want to try this. I have never tried this one. Yes, this is wet blender. You know, I don't know if I were to go around and be like posting other people's mugshots, and you know, it's just, I'm aware that I've been arrested. And the first thing I do when I meet my boyfriend, he knows I've been arrested. You know, I don't hide that information from him. And he does not hide his. He's been arrested too. You know. We do not hide the fact that we have been arrested from each other. Now my ex-boyfriend, on the other hand, he knew I was arrested. And he did not like the fact that I was arrested at all. Which I don't either. You know, I'm not a bad person. I try to do good by everybody. You know, and for y'all to just hate, why can't we be, why do we gotta hate? Why can't we show each other kindness and equalize us? I know this video is long, and I do apologize for the video being long, but and this is just a rant makeup, doing my makeup ranting, but you know, it's whatever. I need to get me a new beauty blender. Or, what is this? Kabuki brush? My eyes are looking fierce. But I know with the more subscribers I get, the more people are gonna hate. And okay, I got this palette from one of y'all, and I'm gonna use it today. I only used it one other time, and it was on one of my friends' daughters. Just kind of threw that on there, didn't I? That cheekbone though. I don't know if I like this one. I think it's too dark for me. I look like I got stubble on my face. No. Why? Why did I do that? You know, I do make it wrong, see? And now I'm trying to hide the fact that I did that wrong. But my cheeks, though. Why is it gotta be so dark? I don't know why it's like that. Okay, I'm gonna stick with my Too Faced one next time. Trying to brighten it up, but that's as good as it's gonna get. Okay. I wanted to contour my nose, but I think I like cream better than powder. Oops. Oh, it ain't that bad once I get close to it. I think I like the infallible one too better than that one. Okay, I'll do some more powder. My lips look bomb though. So with that being said, my final message is going to come in a little bit. But I just want to say thank y'all for watching. Have a nice day. And remember,